All right, now diving into the footage, and I will link in the description below each one of the original sources for these videos. You can go check them out if interested. What you're seeing here are elements of the Shaldog unit, and various Israeli sources at this point say that around 100 commandos were used in this raid. Shaldog is part of the Israeli Air Force. It's one of their most elite special operations forces. They say they were all carried a series of explosive charges that you'll see here in a second, used to destroy this underground Syrian missile manufacturing site, which likely had some pretty significant Iranian components to it, right? Whether it was Iranian oversight in building it, the manufacture, or the design of those munitions that were in the facility. Now, this is one of the more interesting pieces here. We're going to see Israeli forces on the ground in direct fire engagements with Syrian military personnel. So at this point in the conflict, again, end of September 2024, we're talking about these are Assad regime forces that they're fighting and possibly killing. I didn't see anything in terms of casualty roll-ups at this point, but hard to imagine that this entire facility was just completely empty. So here we've got the Israeli Special Operations Forces moving through the underground network. They mentioned that they had tried to hit this facility or considered destroying this facility with airstrikes. Didn't go into why they didn't. My guess is it was probably far enough below ground that maybe Israel doesn't have the ability to effectively destroy this entire thing, right? Maybe they could cave in certain aspects, entrances to it, but if enough of the facility is underground, it does become very, very challenging to actually destroy it with a long-range precision strike. Now, again, I want to mention that I didn't see any personnel throughout this entire video, enemy personnel or civilians at all. Not clear if there were guards at the facilities or people that they captured and pulled out to interrogate, anything like that. But what we are seeing is that there's a lot of aircraft overhead providing close air support, providing reconnaissance in the area, which kind of goes back to the question earlier about how much did Russia actually know about this, or were they able to stop it? Again, you're talking very close to some of the largest Russian military bases in Syria, some of the largest Russian military bases outside of Russia itself. It's interesting that Israel is able to pull off this significant of an operation kind of in Russia's shadow without them noticing at all, or maybe unable to do anything. So we do have a handful of clips here kind of from start, beginning, and end of this operation. They have a nice clip here that I think kind of shows the location